Ibrahim Traore, čovjek sa vizijom, za kojeg sam čula prvi puta jučer. Znači, prvi puta u životu sam čula za ovog čovjeka i uopće za Burkina Faso. Šta je to, šta se tamo događa, šta se događa u Africi? Znači, ljudi moji, buđenje. Ovako govori pravi državnik. Ovako govori pravi državnik, svaka mu čast, ja mu želim svaki uspjeh. Oni su muslimani, on je musliman koliko sam skužila, meni je to potpuno nebitno. Bitno mi je da li si iskren, da li si pošten, da li voliš istinu i da li voliš pravdu. To je ono kaj mi je bitno. Tako da možda je ovo moja nova destinacija, Burkina Faso. Možda je ovo moje novo pleme, jer ću možda morati tražiti vjersko-politički azil. Možda ću morati bježati iz Hrvatske, ne bi me čudilo, budući da su me već uhapsili jednom, neovlašteno, tako da sve moguće, zašto ne. Idemo čuti kaj čovjek veli, izvrstan je lik.
Not as a captain, not as a leader of a transition, but as your brother. I am Ibrahim, a son of this soil, a soldier who carries the love of his nation in his heart, just like you. I look at your faces in Ouagadougou, in Bobo Dioulasso, in the villages of the Sahel, and I see the same fire I feel in my own spirit. It is the fire of dignity. It is the fire of hope. It is the fire that says, we have had enough of suffering. We have had enough of shame. The time has come to stand up. For too long, others have told our story for us. From their comfortable offices in Paris, in Washington, in London, they have written about us. They have made films about us. They have broadcast news about us. And what is the story they tell? It is a story of poverty, a story of hunger, a story of violence, a story of a people who cannot help themselves, a people who must always hold out their hands and beg. They call me names. They call me a young military hunter. They brand me as a dangerous radical. They serve me up to the world as an anti-Western dictator. They want you to be afraid of me, because they are afraid of you. They are afraid of a people united. They are afraid of a people who have decided to be the masters of their own destiny. They want us to believe that we are nothing without them. They want us to believe that our only future is to accept their loans, their aid, their lessons on how to live. They give us crumbs from the table of our own wealth and tell us to be grateful. They dig the gold from under our feet, take the riches from our land, and in return they give us reports and studies about our own poverty. This is the greatest insult. It is a colonialism that has not ended. It has only changed its clothes. It wears a suit and tie now. It speaks the language of diplomacy and international finance. But its goal is the same, to keep Africa weak, to keep Africa dependent, to keep Africa in chains. But I say to you today, my people, the time for chains is over. The time for begging is over. The time for listening to their stories about us is over. Now we will write our own story. We will build our own future. We will use our own hands, our own minds, and our own resources to forge a new Burkina Faso. A Burkina Faso that stands on its own 2 feet, proud and free. A Burkina Faso for the Burkinabe. This is not a dream. This is not a promise for a distant future. This is our work, and our work begins now. The world is watching, and we will show them what the sons and daughters of the land of the incorruptible people can do. We must understand why we are here. My beloved people, to build a new house, you must first understand why the old one fell into ruin. You cannot build on a weak foundation. Our foundation was weakened by decades of betrayal. Betrayal from the outside, and betrayal from the inside. We must speak of this truth without fear, because it is this truth that will set us free. For generations our continent has been a feast for others. They came for our people, then they came for our rubber and our cotton. Today they come for our gold, our manganese, our uranium. Burkina Faso is a rich country. Look at our soil, it is full of wealth. So I ask you a simple question. If our country is so rich, why are its people so poor? Where does the wealth go? I will tell you where it goes. It goes into the vaults of foreign banks. It goes to pay for the profits of multinational corporations that have no loyalty to our flag, no love for our people. They have contracts that were signed by our own past leaders, leaders who were more interested in filling their own pockets than in filling the stomachs of their people. They signed away our birthright for a few pieces of silver. They allowed our resources to be stolen in exchange for personal favors. They built themselves big houses while you lived in mud huts. They drove expensive cars on roads that were broken and full of holes. This is the corruption that has eaten our nation from the inside. It is a cancer. It is a disease that works hand in hand with the foreign powers. The foreign corporation needs a corrupt leader to sign the bad contract. The corrupt leader needs the foreign corporation to give him the money to stay in power. It is a dirty nurship, and the person who pays the price is you, the ordinary Burkinabe, the farmer, the worker, the mother, the child. And when we are poor, when we are kept weak, they come to us with their so-called aid. They offer us loans from their big banks, the IMF, the World Bank. These are not gifts, my people. They are traps. They are new chains, heavier than the old ones. They tell you, we will give you money to build a school. But with that money comes conditions. They tell you that you must cut spending on your farmers. They tell you that you must sell your national water company or your electricity company to a private foreign business. They tell you how to run your country. Is that independence? Is that freedom? No, it is slavery with a smiling face. They want us to be a nation of consumers, not producers. They want us to buy their wheat, their rice, their used cars, their old medicines. They do not want us to grow our own food. They do not want us to build our own machines. They do not want us to be self-reliant, because a self-reliant nation cannot be controlled. A self-reliant people cannot be told what to do. This is the system we are fighting against. It is a global system of domination, and when a leader stands up, like our great Thomas Sankara stood up, and says no more, they do everything to destroy him. They isolate him. They sanction him. They support his enemies from the inside. They call him a terrorist. They did it to Sankara. They are trying to do it to us now. They try to sow division among us. They arm real terrorists who come and burn our villages and kill our people, creating chaos and instability. They want us to be so busy fighting each other that we do not have time to see who the real enemy is. But we see them. Our eyes are open. We know who is a friend and who is a predator. So I say, enough. We have understood the problem. We have analyzed the disease. Now, it is time for the cure. And the cure is radical. The cure is revolutionary. The cure is to believe in ourselves. I building our new foundation. A nation that cannot feed itself cannot be free. A nation that cannot defend itself cannot be sovereign. A nation that cannot house its people cannot have dignity. Our revolution, the rectification that we have started, is built on these simple, powerful truths. It is a revolution of common sense. Our first action was to declare that the wealth of Burkina Faso belongs to the people of Burkina Faso. This is not a complicated idea. It is a just idea. We began to look at all the contracts signed with foreign mining companies. We called them to the table. We said the old days are over. The days of you taking 90% and leaving us with 10% are finished. This is our gold. This is our land. You will now have a fair nurship, not an exploitative one. And the revenue that we get from this new arrangement will not go to an account in Switzerland. It will go directly into the national treasury to serve the people. Some companies did not like this. They threatened to leave. We said goodbye. We are not afraid to manage our own resources. We have Burkinabe engineers, Burkinabe geologists, Burkinabe workers. We will learn, and we will do it ourselves. It is better to have a smaller profit that is 100% ours than to have a large profit that is 90% someone else's. This is resource nationalism. It is not about hating foreigners. It is about loving ourselves. It is about loving our country. Our second action was to wage a total war on corruption. I made it clear from day one. The time of impunity is over. The state's money is sacred. It is the people's money. Any official, any minister, any soldier who is caught stealing from the people will face the full force of the law. We have cut the wasteful spending. No more fleets of luxury cars for government ministers. They will drive simple cars, like the people. No more unnecessary foreign trips. Our work is here, in Burkina Faso, with our people. We have audited the state's finances, and we have found where the money was leaking. We have sealed those leaks. That money that was once stolen is now the money we will use to build our nation. Our third action, and the most important, is to rely on our own strength. That means you, the people. A revolution is not carried by one man. It is carried by 22 million people. We have launched a national effort for agricultural production so that we can feed ourselves. We must grow what we eat and eat what we grow. We must end the shame of importing rice and corn when we have fertile land. I see our farmers working with new energy because they know the nation is behind them. We have mobilized our youth. The youth of Burkina Faso are our greatest resource. They are not a problem to be solved. They are the solution to all our problems. We are creating programs not of empty talk, but of practical action. training them in construction, in modern agriculture, in technology. We have also called upon them to defend the homeland. The Volunteers for the Defense of the Fatherland, VDP, are a symbol of this new spirit. They are citizens, farmers, teachers, who have taken up arms alongside our army to protect their communities from terrorists. They are...
Mislim da je dovoljno rečeno. Plenkoviću, ovo se odnosi na tebe. Hrvatski narode, voljela bi, evo, dao Bog Isus Krist, da se dogodi u Hrvatskoj Burkina Faso. Na jedan ovakav konstruktivan način, znači čovjek je odlučio izgraditi 50.000 besplatnih domova za ljude iz te pokrajine, države ili kaj to već je, Burkina Faso. Znači čovjek ulaže u svoje ljude, nemam nikakvu, on je najmlađi predsjednik na svijetu. Znači Ibrahim Traore, 37 godina ima, oženjen, ima 2 djece. Nekoliko puta je već pokušan atentat na njega, čovjek je visoko obrazovan, vojno obrazovan, tako da s ovim dečkom nema šale. S ovim dečkom definitivno nema šale i ovoga se kolonijalisti i ova buržoazija umjetna boje se ovakvih ljudi. Zato se o njemu ne priča, zato jednostavno nikad nisam čula na vijestima jednu jedinu riječ šta se tamo događa. Čisto, eto, ljudi moji, Afrika se budi, znači svaka čast, svaka čast. Dok smo mi mislili, ko zna šta smo mislili, zapravo ovaj šugavi zapad nam je bacao cijelo vrijeme prašinu u oči. Ljudi su radili, znači čovjek ima viziju, ima projekte, ima ljude, ima i sve ima novce. Znači, nema dosta više. Dosta više ovog zlostavljanja i jedva čekam da se dogodi Burkina Faso u Hrvatskoj. Treba nam jedan, baš nam treba jedan takav koji će lupit šakom o stol i reći, sad je dosta. Pozdrav!